Okay, yeah, you know the rest. Play some Madden 2023. Yo, good luck, man.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Kadero Hodge has it complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver. Third down here. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. DeAndre Carter back deep. This is taken at the 18. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert.
No.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 50, here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now it's Herbert. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 2nd down, Eckler. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler there to make the grab. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerve should be settled.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Maybe or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
This guy quitting? Oh, man.
Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Falcons nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
What's up, babe?
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Wait, what?
Anyone here full of water, like the one that didn't have a cap? And it's just empty and all the water's scattered everywhere.
I can't see.
Oh, you're not able to see.
Yeah.
What was this reserve thing right here? The one that didn't have a cap?
For your,
The Atlanta offense
for
out
your,
there
what
for
you
their
call it,
next
for your
drive.
windshield wiper.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball
What?
game as they come up
It
first and
blew
10.
up?
And he'll take this to the other side of
What's
midfield
that?
before
Oh,
getting it out.
stop.
A big time game there on the keeper using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
Where you at?
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break off big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
It's not even transmission.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line.
It just goes to the windshield wipers, right?
I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that.
You have to use the windshield wipers.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score.
It's probably
this is the NFL
because we put the
EA
leak thing in there.
Sports.
And the pressure's building up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run with Patterson.
Well, now we'll deal with it tomorrow.
2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Did you see his
And he's brought down after a very nice game. First and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not
was the car
only
getting
did they allow
hot?
the conversion, but a big play as well.
Okay. No, that was the question I was going to ask you. If you saw if it was getting
Demir Bird, a touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Falcons are back within a score.
So,
we've talked about it before.
You messed with it?
This jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of
you were supposed to.
Wasn't it interesting in part of this game? Head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair,
Didn't leak that out?
watching a Tuesday night college
Oh, it was
game,
cool. It
and
was cool.
decided to implement it myself.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley
You gotta
Pinion
go.
on to kick this one away.
You gotta go to AutoZone. No, I think we
From
threw
his
away
end
the
zone,
thing.
here comes Carter. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The old
Pretty
one.
slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
The old
The
plastic
Charger
team.
drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you
Oh,
practice
no,
it. This
yeah,
is the
we
way
still
you
have
rehearse
that.
it.
Yeah.
But right now, the
Still
play
got it.
calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take
Brought
that kind
the
of a run.
second
It was
one?
kind of stacked up, found a little
That's
bit
in
of
the bag.
yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the 3rd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome, you'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So after the run for no
why
gain,
did Christian tell Lisa he's going to pick her up? And then he went straight to the hotel.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have...
Touchdown, Falcons! Desmond Ridder on target to Drake London. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Herbert now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. Thrown out a little too far, brings up 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From his end zone, here comes Carter.
DeAndre Carter on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And some room to roam now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be taken down near the 20 of the 21. Again, only 3 there, so leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Yeah. No, Sunday, Juana's off, so we're going to go do something.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think we're going to take the kids to the movie.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one drops down.
I'll let you know.
Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I did. She said she doesn't think they're going to go.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just boom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
The other part, the Marvin, number one stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. I think he's going to get the ball again.
I think so. 3 away from that century mark, got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running on first down, Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the ball here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, 75 yards. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game here in the fourth. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
There
he goes, right side. The 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 49 yards. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Now back to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on the other side. Get that high. And hope that one of the guys can come out on the other side. Get that hands team ready.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost two there, and it's third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return.
Let's go, baby. Was Mike awake or asleep? Huh? Dang, it's a lot of water too. It probably just popped right there, huh? Good luck, man. Oh, God.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Running right, here's Sanders. Oh, a nice spin. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll run with Sanders. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started,
the
initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense?
You don't want to go.
Position. As that drive went on, I think their sights got settled a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at the 20. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 5 now for the 37.
Why? What'd you do now?
A handoff. It's Eckler.
And he'll get about 3 out of that to the 39-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit
They've
and
only been
track
married
and
11
make
years.
plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Herbert on 3rd down now. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. Third down now to follow.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a 4-10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On first down, Hurts. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here's Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. There on the return following a punt of 47. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Herbert on first down now. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. 19 Chargers. 19 Chargers.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott Good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Darius Slay with a pick. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. J.C. Jackson normally in coverage, this time coming up and making a stop behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 70 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Eagles 20, Chargers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. But 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session today.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Herbert, throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Finding Williams once more, complete.
And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation. And now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run. It's Sanders. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation.
Williams loses the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because Maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now Sanders. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance.